Guys, it's me, it's Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. All right, guys, so today we're going to talk about Aquarius and the paranormal. Someone asked me, is there a correlation between Aquarius and the paranormal? So the first thing we're going to start with is a working definition of what does paranormal mean. Paranormal means it's an adjective, in this particular case, it says here in the dictionary, of or relating to the claimed occurrence of an event or perception without scientific explanation, as psychokinesis, extrasensory perception, telekinesis, or other supernatural phenomenon. So this is anything from clairvoyance, visions, prophecies, tarot, anything that is in that realm of mystic, magic, that kind of thing is considered to be under this blanket term of paranormal. So the person that asked me the question told me they see a lot of Aquarius into the paranormal and they were wondering why. Basically, if you look at Aquarius, if you look at our any information on us, it gives that we're always very open-minded in this area. Now, I'm not going to say all Aquarius are into the paranormal, but it's very common. I'm in this tarot group, and one time we did a poll to see how many Aquarius were in the group. And it was like 80% Aquarius. And I thought that was so strange because I did not realize that. But Aquarius are very drawn to things along those lines. And we often have gifts. I've never seen somebody really truthfully do telekinesis, although I've heard of its existence. But I've seen clairvoyance, I've seen prophecy, I've seen people do readings with all kinds of different instruments and apparatuses. I've seen people talk to spirits. I've seen all kinds of paranormal activity. Some of it was legit and some of it may not have been. You know, you never really know. That's the thing about paranormal activity is that if you're a skeptic, there's never enough evidence. There's never enough evidence. Even if you show a skeptic a video of spirits walking through a house, for example, they will almost always find a way to debunk it, and at least in their own mind. Because if you talk to a lot of skeptics, they've had paranormal activity go on, but they explained it away. You see, so nothing that you show them are they ever not going to be able to explain away. You know, if a ghost walks up and taps them on their back, they'll say that it was the friction from the water in the atmosphere. You know, something like that. You know, they always have an excuse and they always will find one. But for somebody like me that knows these things are possible, I don't automatically believe them, but I know that they're possible. So if somebody tells me they saw a spirit in a dream, they tell me that they have had visions, they have prophecy. If they say something like that to me, I know it's possible. I know they could be bullshitting too. I know that both things are possible. So I'm like just listening to, to hear and feel if there's sincerity to what they're saying. So to somebody who's skeptical, there's never enough evidence. And to somebody who knows of this existence, we don't really need much evidence, Like once I started to have experiences of my own, I didn't really need a lot of evidence. You don't have to bring me scientific notification for me to understand what I experience. And for somebody else to believe it or not really isn't my concern. I think that's one of the things that trips a lot of people up is they want to be believed. And I think that's not really your concern. You get the information. If you get some clairvoyant information, if you see a vision or something like that, or you see something in the cards, or you talk to a spirit, you do what you do with the information, whatever you're driven to do, whatever you're drawn to do with it, and you move on. If somebody believes you or not, really should not be in your mind. That's for them. Once you give the information, they can do whatever they want to do with the information. All you were supposed to do is give the message. When an angel comes and gives a message, they don't worry how you're going to receive the message. They just give you the message. It's up to you what you do with it. And it's the same thing if you are a clairvoyant or you are a medium or you have feelings or intuition or any of those kind of things. A lot of people have gut instincts and allow someone else to talk them out of them. So when it comes to Aquarius, Aquarius has a tendency to be into the paranormal. Yes, we're very open-minded in that way. A lot of us have gifts. A lot of Aquarius are clairvoyant, at the very least intuitive, because a lot of us have like this thing where we just know, we can't tell you how we know, we just know. And people try to, people will try to lie to you. If you're on to them, they'll try to lie to you. But a lot of us have that clairvoyance. We just see and we just clearly know. We see things other people don't see, and a lot of that has to do with that ability that a lot of us have. So yes, there is a correlation between Aquarius and paranormal. A lot of us have gifts and a lot of us are open to them. Like I said, a lot of us do tarot, a lot of us work with crystals. It's just part of what makes us kind of eccentric to other people, I've met a lot of people and they're always talking about Aquarius and our crystals or Aquarius and our eccentric ways. And us being into the paranormal is often one of those things that they call eccentric. Me personally, I don't really see it as being that big of a deal, to be honest with you. I feel like it's just another gift. I feel like people are given gifts, and clairvoyance, the ability to sing, the ability to create. We're given different gifts. And I just think that these are some of the gifts that some of us get. I think more people are intuitive than they really give themselves credit for. But I think that a lot of people second guess themselves. So when you're dealing with Aquarius, it is going to be very common for them to be into tarot, for them to be into candle magic, for them to be maybe Buddhist or pagan or, because paranormal is like a blanket term that covers anything underneath this phenomenon, this realm, and a lot of us are into stuff like that. So it is very common of you to come across a person like that. And like I said, it's not going to be all of us, of course. I know some Aquarius, not too many to be honest with you, but I do know some that are not. I do know some that are not into paranormal. I know some that are more into traditional spiritual systems, which is fine too. So it just depends on the person, but there are a lot of Aquarius who are into this. So if you meet an Aquarius and they're into the paranormal, that's really that's very normal. It's very common, for Aquarius to be into that kind of thing. It's even, if you look at literature about Aquarius, it talks about alternative spiritual systems and things along those lines. And all of that falls under paranormal. Mediumship, talking to spirits, all that kind of stuff falls under paranormal. When you guys look at me, what do you always see? Crystals. Always got crystals on, and I'm always talking about like magic and the solar system and all that kind of stuff. And that's one of those things. And also depending upon where your other planets and everything is in your chart, because I have paranormal interest in like 4 or 5 different places in my natal chart. So the more you have it, the more into it you probably will be. Okay? So it's time for me to get going. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to another Aquarius who might be wondering about why these strange things keep happening to them. Because you're gifted. Enjoy your gifts. All right, guys, I'm going to leave all my information. So if you want to send me a love donation, if you want to get an appointment for a tarot or oracle card reading, if you want to ask a question for Ask an Aquarius, I'm always taking questions. If you want to hit me up on social media, if you want to send me a gift, if you want to send me a donation, all that information is underneath every video. So just check it out down there. Okay, guys, see you later.